I have a friend of mine, in fact, who is generally last in every marathon he does. I think he prides himself on it. He's actually got a shirt that on the back of it, it says, "If you can read this, you're in last." He brings a camera, takes pictures of the policemen and him, you know, they're picking up the barricades, he snaps photos, brings donuts with him. It's a true story. And so I tell this story about this guy, and people say, well, you know, he's got to be, you know, he's got to be the slowest guy, he's a beginner, he's, you know, whatever he is. And then I tell him the rest of the story about this guy. This guy has run a marathon in every state. So that's 50, starting with. He has run a marathon a month for 2 years in a row. He's run a 50-miler and a 100-miler. That's just a part of his resume. He walks, he runs, he doesn't really care. He just keeps moving. He's an amazing athlete. He's an unbelievably tough person, physically, mentally. He's one of the best runners / walkers I've ever met. Yet he finishes last in races. That's why you can't judge this sport or your performance in this sport by how you come in the rankings in a race or a competition. Because really this competition is just whether you can get the most out of yourself. That's all this is about. And I don't know what's inside you, and you don't know what's inside you until you try it. And that's why we all came out here this morning, really. The reason why you got out of bed and you faced your fears to come out here and you're nervous about it is because you wanted to find out. You wanted to say, hey, I want to try that. I want to see what I can do. Now, the weird thing about running as a commitment or walking or marathon training, unlike other commitments in your life, is that you can quit anytime you want to. I mean, you can literally just walk off the course and go home and never do it again. And other commitments in your life, if you have a marriage or you have a kid or you change jobs, these are not things you can reverse easily. But this is the one that any minute you want to, you can literally walk off the course and go home. You can go back and get into bed this morning and never do this again if you want to. And that's why it's so meaningful, because you have to want to stick with it. But that's why we have all this help out here for you, all these great coaches and assistant coaches. We do have 50 programs all over the United States, and this is by far one of the best, highest quality programs from the perspective of the people here to help you. The coaches and the assistant coaches are some of the finest we have in the United States. And you're going to find that out yourself. You're going to meet them and you're going to begin to exercise with them. You're going to come out here on Saturday mornings. You're going to meet. You're going to do these workouts with each other. The strongest part of this program, besides the coaches and the organizers, are the fellow members. That's what's going to get you through this program. And that's a more important part than the training schedule. We are going to give you a training schedule, and you need to follow it. The training schedule is going to be a schedule that is designed to get you in shape the fastest way possible. Don't do more than's on our training schedule. If you don't think you're challenged, go to your coach and talk about it. Does anybody know the only time you're getting better as a runner or walker? There's only one time that you're improving. Does anybody know what that is? Sorry? Rest. You only get better when you're not running or walking. That's how you get to be a better runner or walker. Because running and walking is a process of tearing our bodies down, and rest is a process of building it back up. And the way this sport works is that you go tear your body down, and when your body rebuilds itself, your body's pretty smart, and it figures, you know, this person might go do this again. So I'm going to improve myself a little over what I was before to give myself a little margin of error. And then you go work out again, and it says, aha, I knew they were going to do that. And so you rest, and it goes a little bit higher. And science has figured out the optimal way to make your body get torn down and then recover so that you get in shape the fastest possible. You can go do this by trial and error, like most people do it, or you can join a program like this and do it the best and fastest way possible. That's what we want you to do. So follow the advice of your coaches and your organizers. You're going to be in color groups, so you're going to be exercising with people that are roughly your same pace. We don't race out here. We don't care if you come in last this morning or any morning. There'll be times where you have tough mornings. There'll be times when you feel like Superman, And none of that really matters. What matters is where we're going at the end of this journey.